Welcome back. Quick Talk Sports is here again. And it is a happy birthday me edition, right? Which is why the mid-morning Hennessy. Nothing says happy birthday, Aaron, like mid-morning Hennessy. Aaron Larsoul, the beautiful Lisa Ann, and that's Nick Goodwin, which you already know. A huge weekend in the NFL, some college football too, but mainly the NFL. Biggest takeaway, Lisa. Biggest takeaway from the games. We'll get into fantasy stuff, but just from the games, what was your biggest takeaway?
It's going to be the year of the rookie running back, and for those of us who did take the chance and draft the rookie running back early, it's paying off already. Look at Tyreek Hill going out there as a wide receiver, but Kareem Hunt just getting it done on Thursday night against the Patriots, unbelievable. Alvin Kamara last night. You know, Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette. I mean, the beat goes on. Everybody except
Alvin
Joe
Cook?
Mixon.
Yes, Joe Mixon was quite a disappointment. Nick, biggest takeaway?
Well, you got the two Super Bowl, teams. The Patriots getting beat by the Chiefs, and the Falcons. That's my team, but they should have got beat by the Bears.
Yeah, they didn't look great.
He dropped the pass almost in the end zone. He could have got stopped, but he dropped a gift right there, and they were up by 6.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was just kind of how sloppy everybody looked. Mm-hmm. I mean, there were teams, the bad teams, or the teams that played poorly, looked absolutely awful. The Bengals got shut out. Indianapolis got boat raced by the Rams. The Niners were barely an NFL team, and then Reuben Foster got hurt, and then they weren't an NFL team. So the terrible teams looked terrible. The Jets couldn't do anything. But a lot of injuries, too. Mainly David Johnson. He dislocated his wrist. He'll be out after surgery 8 to 12 weeks, we're thinking. What do the Cardinals do, Lisa? And what do David Johnson owners do? Is it a trade? Who can you pick up on the waiver wire?
Yeah, at this point, it's really going to be more of a value of a trade unless you're in a 10-team or less league. I mean, anything less than a 12-team league, you might have a chance to get a decent running back. I wouldn't say to go after any shares in Arizona. I think that backfield is just going to really be another committee situation. So you're not going to replace David Johnson in Arizona. I would look elsewhere. We saw Tariq Cohen come out of nowhere.
Right.
Look at this kid come out of nowhere. So there's options out there. You're just going to fight that wire and make the move. Don't hold them unless you're in a dynasty league.
Nick, who is your favorite, your MVP for your team? Who is your MVP of the week, and who are you just ready to take out back and do terrible things to from your fantasy team?
Well, Dalvin
Cook, yeah.
I mean, Dalvin is the real deal, it looks like.
Didn't get in the end zone, but yes.
Yep. It definitely is playing against AP, and
God.
I mean, AP, his relationship with the coach, I guarantee you they're having many talks today. I mean, you could see even Drew Brees. If Drew Brees didn't pass him that ball, you saw him roll his eyes because he wanted to get in the end zone, and they're taking him out when they're on the 5.
Yeah, and I think he was expecting this was his revenge game, playing against the Vikings again, and he didn't have much of a role, and when he was in, he didn't really do anything.
But the narrative of the revenge game in a situation where the defense knows exactly every angle of how to work you is ridiculous. So I kind of respected Peyton for taking him out, knowing that he already had enemies in that situation that were ready to take him out. Why bother risking that for the season?
So your fantasy MVP of the weekend?
Kareem Hunt, 100%.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
She said it though. I mean,
she did. She told us in one of the earlier episodes that was one of the guys to look for. Yeah, she did say it.
I had people mentioning all weekend. They're like, Lisa, she knows her stuff. Kareem Hunt. And I'm like, why do you think we do this?
So, Lisa, what about the superstars who kind of struggled in week 1?
Of course,
Julio Jones. I have Julio Jones. He didn't do anything. Mike Thomas. Also on my team, didn't do anything.
Yeah, sorry about that. And T.Y. Hilton, so reliant on Andrew Luck, and then so reliant on not Scott Tolzien, so that's really going to help T.Y. Hilton owners. There was a lot of disappointments. I mean, the New York Giants, in general.
Awful. So do we think this is something going forward, or this is something that whenever Odell Beckham comes back, whether it's this, they play Monday night. If it's Monday night for Odell Beckham, do you think it's kind of back to business as usual for the Giants, or did they have some institutional problems that are concerning you long-term?
Long-term institutional problems. I just don't believe that one player can make this much of a difference, or one team can allow one player to make this much of a difference. I think the Brandon Marshall experiment is kind of a risk not worth taking, because you have Sterling Shepard there. We saw what this kid can do, and you know what? I think him, and you got the rookie tight end there, Evan Ingram, I think he's really going to pick up some slack, but they need to come together. They did nothing for their run game. Paul Perkins, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, their offensive line was awful. The whole thing was a mess. The Cowboys didn't look great either.
No.
But the Giants were so meek offensively that it got it done. We're still winning you money. We're always winning you money. I'm undefeated. We won't talk about if Nick is undefeated, but Nick is going to give you a pick Thursday night. Listen, we're going to win you money.
Andy Dalton looked horrendous.
He wasn't even that good.
Oh God. 4 interceptions. I don't know if you saw some of the pictures of the people in the crowd. People like this. I mean, everybody. I mean, that was not the team we expected to come out. Is Marvin Lewis? I mean,
no, it looked
if
like
he loses Thursday, I think he's done.
It looked like postseason Andy Dalton.
Yeah, it does. That's 100%. So, but they're playing the Texans, who just got rolled.
Awful, yes.
Yeah, by the Jags.
But the Jags did do a ton of work
Yes.
on their defense, and it showed. The Jags 10 sacks. I don't know if you saw, but they briefly changed their Twitter handle to Saxonville instead of Jacksonville. You know, I mean, like, come on. The Texans didn't even know what was in store for them with that matchup.
Yeah, I agree. And then I saw today that Watson, he's still questionable for this weekend.
Yeah.
People don't know. I mean, you've got Tom Savage again.
CJ Fedorowicz is out with it. All their tight ends are out with concussions. They had 4 players leave with concussions. Come on.
I know in my suicide league, there were 7 people that actually
Yes.
picked the Texans. And bye-bye, see ya. I went safe. I went with Pittsburgh.
Yes, you
I
talked
went
about
against
it.
your rule.
You did.
But there wasn't really much of a
They didn't look
choice.
great either.
Oh, Pittsburgh did not.
No,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
what do you think of Thursday?
Thursday, what I think, okay, I still think you got to go with the Bengals. However, it just depends on the spread. Right now, it's at 5. I expect it maybe to drop a little bit because people still think, the Bengals suck so bad.
Yeah, the recency bias.
Yeah. So
I still taste it.
You have the scores. It's coming back up.
I had to meditate Andy Dalton out of my mind yesterday morning because I was so in pain.
I'm drinking
I
Hennessy
tracked
trying
him
to forget.
in so many leagues. I have 10 shares of Andy Dalton. I died inside 10 times.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But it's still early in the season, so I think he's going to come out, and he's not going to play in postseason shape. But however, if you can buy it down to 3, if you can buy the line down to 3, I think that's where you take it. I think it might drop maybe to 4, so you can buy it down to 3. If you're going to take it at 5, you're out of your mind. I would just stay away from the game. But if your book allows you to buy it down to 3, I think that you take the Bengals. The Texans, they just do not look good. Their defense didn't look good.
No, the Texans, nothing looked good from the Texans. We're going to get out of here. We're winning you money every week. Aaron Larsoul, Lisa Ann, Nick Goodwin, Hennessy, not sponsored yet. Please subscribe, mash that subscribe button. We love you all, and we'll see you soon.